SciFinance from SciComp automates the production of derivatives pricing and risk models for valuing complex financial derivatives. SciComp customers include financial engineers and quantitative model developers at financial institutions around the globe. OTC derivatives are exotic, customized contracts arranged between parties that must be priced using complex mathematical models.
The challenge facing our customers is to price deals quickly, accurately, and with a good understanding of the underlying risk exposure, including model risk. Traditional methods of producing pricing models include custom hand coding and, more recently, pricing libraries, either produced in-house or from third-party vendors. Now, we know that custom hand coding is very inefficient and error-prone, but the library approach has its own disadvantages as well. Library components are inflexible and may be ill-suited to pricing the particular structure that you're working on, especially if it's a new one. And you still have to wire the components together to create the pricing model, and that takes you back to programming again. Finally, if it's a third-party library, then the components of the library are black boxes, and you have no idea what's going on inside of them. That's why SciFinance, which can automatically generate custom source code for any new model, makes both of these approaches completely obsolete.
To address these challenges and to further reduce development costs, SciFinance has been enhanced and now supports parallel code styles. SciFinance now supports the generation of OpenMP compliant or CUDA-enabled Monte Carlo pricing model code. Support for PDE pricing models is scheduled for later this year. These parallel code styles are automatically generated by SciFinance simply by the addition of a keyword. SciComp has partnered with NVIDIA, the world leader in visual computing technologies and the inventor of the GPU, a high-performance processor. With the newest version of SciFinance, Monte Carlo derivatives pricing models can now be made to run up to 100 times faster by taking advantage of the highly parallel architecture of the GPU on high-end NVIDIA graphics cards rather than the computer's CPU. The new CUDA-enabled code style is generated automatically with no hand coding or expertise in parallel programming needed.
So CUDA is a technology from NVIDIA that allows software developers to harness the massively parallel architecture of the GPU for doing mathematical computations rather than rendering 3D images. But more importantly, it supports high-level languages like C and Fortran that the higher-level applications like computational finance packages are written in. So CUDA helps end users because it delivers a solution to them that lets them have very, very high performance gains on the applications that they care about. An end user doesn't need to understand the technology, but when they have an application that supports CUDA and then they have the right hardware like an NVIDIA Tesla GPU, they get amazing speed-ups in their applications.
With our enhanced version of SciFinance, you can easily access the power of the CUDA technology. SciFinance is a financial compiler that generates C or C++ pricing model source code from concise, keyword-rich model specifications. Model any financial derivative that can be priced using single or multi-dimensional PDEs or SDEs. Easily build pricing models for any asset class by selecting from hundreds of model specifications provided with SciFinance, and modify or blend models to describe the contract you need to price using the appropriate underlying dynamics. You can edit a specification through keywords, writing numerical algorithms, arbitrary PDEs or SDEs, and calling external functions. Here is a portion of a SciFinance specification for a basket equity-linked structured note. To customize it, you can, for example, modify the random number generator and the discretization method by simply changing a few keywords. Simply add the keyword CUDA and SciFinance automatically generates CUDA-enabled pricing code that unlocks the tremendous power of high-end NVIDIA graphics cards through the CUDA preprocessor and libraries. The resulting CUDA-enabled code for this basket equity-linked structured note runs in only 1.03 seconds with one GPU, which is 42 times faster execution than serial code. With dual GPUs, 69 times faster execution is possible. SciFinance automatically determines which sections of code to execute on the GPU. The code takes full advantage of the GPU's parallel architecture, delivering an immediate execution speed increase of up to 100 times on a single GPU. The code automatically detects and uses multiple GPUs if present for even higher performance.
SciFinance's new ability to automatically generate CUDA-enabled source code in minutes is game-changing technology for our customers. Portfolio analyses that used to take hours can now run in minutes, and an individual pricing model that took, say, 10 seconds can now run in tenths of a second. This means that traders can routinely run more sophisticated models and explore alternative models. And risk managers can run many more scenarios so that they get a much better idea of their risk profiles, all the while saving a lot of money because remember, one machine can now do the work of an entire rack of machines. And best of all, quants needn't become expert in arcane parallel coding concepts. SciFinance takes care of all of that.
SciComp was one of the first companies in the field of computational finance to really fully embrace GPU computing. They developed a package that lets their customers very, very quickly have enormous performance gains in their derivatives pricing models without having to go and do hand coding and hand tuning and understand the GPU architecture. It's really an extremely powerful package. So when you consider that and how easy it is for financial institutions to now develop CUDA-enabled derivatives models and then get at orders of magnitude speed up running on commercially available hardware like NVIDIA Tesla GPUs, it really takes out the risk and the investment that they would have to make and makes the decision to use the SciFinance package very easy. In fact, the risk is in not using the package.
During challenging times, all firms need to allocate and deploy their resources with an eye towards efficiency. SciFinance meets these challenges by increasing the productivity and efficiency of quantitative developers, reducing the development time and costs for derivatives pricing models, accelerating model performance, enhancing risk management capabilities, and contributing to the bottom line. To learn more about SciFinance and to test drive a CUDA-enabled pricing model, email info@scicomp.com or call a sales agent at one of the numbers listed on our site.